The United States Bureau of Land Management (BLM) has designated 66 areas of critical environmental concern in the state of Colorado. Topic: Colorado ACECs. Adobe Badlands 6,783 acres, 27.45 square kilometers. American Basin 1,595 acres, 6.45 square kilometers. Anasazi Culture 156,000 acres, 631 square kilometers. Arkansas Canyonlands 23,921 acres, 96.80 square kilometers. Atwell Gulch 2,900 acres, 11.74 square kilometers. Badger Wash 1,520 acres, 6.15 square kilometers. Barger Gulch Heritage Area 535 acres, 2.17 square kilometers. Beaver Creek 12,081 acres, 48.89 square kilometers. Blacks Gulch 800 acres, 3.24 square kilometers. Blanca Wildlife Habitat Area 8,600 acres, 34.8 square kilometers. Blue Hill 4,178 acres, 16.91 square kilometers. Browns Canyon 11,697 acres, 47.34 square kilometers. Bull Gulch 10,214 acres, 41.33 square kilometers. Coal Draw 1,840 acres, 7.45 square kilometers. Coal Oil Rim 3,210 acres, 12.99 square kilometers. Cutcharas Canyon 1,866 acres, 7.55 square kilometers. Cumbers and Toltec Railroad 3,824 acres, 15.48 square kilometers. Debris Hazard 7,126 acres, 28.84 square kilometers. Deep Creek 2,470 acres, 10.00 square kilometers. Deer Gulch 1,810 acres, 7.32 square kilometers. Dillon Pinnacles 532 acres, 2.15 square kilometers. Droney Gulch 705 acres, 2.85 square kilometers. Duck Creek 3,430 acres, 13.88 square kilometers. Dudley Bluffs 1,630 acres, 6.60 square kilometers. East Douglas Creek 47,610 acres, 192.67 square kilometers. Elephant Rocks 1,338 acres, 5.41 square kilometers. Escalante Canyon 1,895 acres, 7.67 square kilometers. Fairview 377 acres, 1.53 square kilometers. Garden Park National Natural Landmark 2,728 acres, 11.04 square kilometers. Glenwood Springs Debris Flow Hazard Zones 6,100 acres, 24.69 square kilometers. Grand Hogback 4,300 acres, 17.40 square kilometers. Grape Creek 15,978 acres, 64.66 square kilometers. Gunnison Gravels 5 acres, 0.02 square kilometers. Gunnison Sage Grouse 22,000 acres, 89.03 square kilometers. Gypsum Valley 13,135 acres, 53.16 square kilometers. Hardscrabble East Eagle 4,200 acres, 17.00 square kilometers. Indian Creek 2,300 acres, 9.31 square kilometers. Irish Canyon 11,680 acres, 47.27 square kilometers. Juanita Arch 1,600 acres, 6.47 square kilometers. Kremling 674 acres, 2.73 square kilometers. Kremling Ammonite Site Research Natural Area 160 acres (0.65 square kilometers). Laramie River 1783 acres (7.22 square kilometers). Los Mogotes 33,456 acres (135.39 square kilometers). Lower Colorado River 9,000 acres (36 square kilometers). Lower Greasewood Creek 210 acres (0.85 square kilometers). Lyons Gulch 400 acres (1.62 square kilometers). McCoy Fan Delta 1,500 acres (6.07 square kilometers). McElmo Rare Lizard and Snake 427 acres (1.73 square kilometers). Moosehead Mountain 8,940 acres (36.18 square kilometers). Mosquito Pass 4,036 acres (16.33 square kilometers). Mount Logan Foothills 4,000 acres (16.19 square kilometers). Mount Garfield 2,400 acres (9.71 square kilometers). Native Plant Community 4,577 acres (18.52 square kilometers). Needle Rock 80 acres (0.32 square kilometers). North Park Natural Area 4,444 acres (17.98 square kilometers). North Park Facila 300 acres (1.21 square kilometers). North Sand Hills 486 acres (1.97 square kilometers). Oil Spring Mountain 18,260 acres (73.90 square kilometers). Phantom Canyon 6,096 acres (24.67 square kilometers). Pyramid Rock 470 acres (1.90 square kilometers). Rajadero Canyon 3,632 acres (14.70 square kilometers). Raven Ridge 4,980 acres (20.15 square kilometers). Red Cloud Peak 5,947 acres (24.07 square kilometers). Rio Grande 2,830 acres (11.45 square kilometers). Ronan Carr Creeks 33,600 acres (135.97 square kilometers). Rough Canyon 1,470 acres (5.95 square kilometers). Ryan Gulch 1,440 acres (5.83 square kilometers). San Luis Hills, Flattop 29,261 acres (118.42 square kilometers). San Miguel River 20,964 acres (84.84 square kilometers). Sheep Creek Uplands 3,900 acres (15.78 square kilometers). Sinbad Valley 6,400 acres (25.90 square kilometers). Slumgullion National Natural Landmark 1,407 acres (5.69 square kilometers). South Beaver Creek 4,565 acres (18.47 square kilometers). South Cathedral Bluffs 1,330 acres (5.38 square kilometers). South Shale Ridge 27,800 acres (112.50 square kilometers). The Palisade 19,178 acres (77.61 square kilometers). Thompson Creek 4,286 acres (17.34 square kilometers). Trickle Mountain 44,521 acres (180.17 square kilometers). Troublesome Creek 998 acres (4.04 square kilometers). Unaweep Seep Research Natural Area 37 acres (0.15 square kilometers). West Antelope Creek 28,215 acres (114.18 square kilometers). White River Riparian 950 acres (3.84 square kilometers). Yanks Gulch, Upper Greasewood Creek 2,680 acres 10. 85 square kilometers. Topic. See also: List of Colorado natural areas, List of Colorado scenic and historic byways, List of Colorado state parks, List of Colorado state wildlife areas, List of Colorado trails, List of federal lands in Colorado, List of National Register of Historic Places in Colorado.